Hello and welcome back to Legends of the Dead. We are now much more secure than we have been in the past. We have a ton of prestige, we have a ton of money, and we have no vassals who particularly hate us. Let's prove the point. We have 17 direct vassals. Lowest opinion is minus 79. Never mind, we have vassals who hate us. We'll try and figure that one out. But we don't have as many vassals who hate us as previously, which is at least an improvement. So, what's the next step for us? Well, I'd love to start a legend. We have a lot of money to put into it, so I think a legend is good. The only problem is if we die, I don't know what happens to the legend, but, you know, I guess we'll have to find out. Our health is poor. We should die any moment now. However, depending on what it counts as natural deaths, we might not die until a year from now, which would be cool. And I'm actually assuming that drunkard, giant, melancholic, infirm, and obese are all going to fall in the natural deaths column. By unnatural deaths, I'm thinking it'll be something like you were killed by, well, maybe a plague, like a disease might be there. I don't know whether drunkard would count or melancholic would count, but I assume they don't, or infirm. So, yeah, I don't know if those would count as diseases for the purposes of what I'm talking about. We also have dying in a battle. That would definitely be it. Dying in a duel, dying of wounds, right? Those types of things I think would be exempt from the 1 year rule. But I think all of these might be in the 1 year rule. So we have at least a year with this character. So yeah, we should figure out what to do with it. Let's start by looking at our succession. Now I know we looked at it a lot previously, but I just had a little check at the start of today to see where we're at. And our daughter is inheriting a ton of things. All sorts of different things. But she's losing, specifically, these two titles. Osel and Lapland. Now, Lapland is fine. We don't really need it. It's a bunch of land up there that really it can go to anyone else. But Osel is one that we would like to keep, because that's a holy site over here. Right? And we're going to be able to build a temple on it eventually. So that's why we want to keep it. So, in order to do that, what we want to do is we want to make it so that this does not follow Confederate partition. In order to do that, what we're going to do is we are going to create the Kingdom of Estonia. This will separate that bit of land from Confederate partition, because what we're then going to do is we are then going to add a law to put in Scandinavian elective into the Kingdom of Estonia, which we can then vote for Driffa in. There we go. So in theory, she would now inherit that, and all we're losing is Lapland, which shouldn't go to this guy. Wait, why is it going to that guy? Is he just happened to be the next he just happens to be voted for in Scandinavian elective. Okay. Cool. So that seems good. Our daughter, 54, and the Jarl can marry. Well, she's got allow marriage on, so she'll just do that herself. Okay. Cool. Next step for us. I think I'm going to let a month pass. That's generally a good thing to do, just at the start of a reload. Just let a month pass. Let it work out what the actual strength of everything is. Like, this isn't actually that strong yet. Wait another month. Ooh, we promoted culture in Akel. Right, now it's worked out our actual strength because it's got rid of that faction. So we can promote culture somewhere else now. So is that Akel there? Or, wait, which one was Akel? I don't know. So this one up here? It was this one up here. Okay. Where are other holy sites? So have we got Kexholm? No. Okay, let's do that there. Yeah. So do a little promoting of culture there. Wonderful. Right, I don't know why I'm zooming all the way out again. Also, Carpathia is really big. I hadn't noticed. They kind of snuck in as an empire here. And they've got pretty seriously big. They do have a little bit of a revolt against them right now, but yeah, that's cool. There's large nations around the place, and these guys appear to have taken over the remains of Khazaria over on this side. Well, the Caspian Steppe have taken over a little bit, and you've taken over a little bit. So, interesting. Right. So now we've done that. We've waited a little bit. I think we're going to start a legend. Oh, wait a second. We get some tutorials. Okay. At the top are legend seeds, the basis of a legend. They can either be earned or may in some cases be already owned due to your character fulfilling certain criteria. Below them are world advice legends, which track other advice legends in the world not actively promoted by you. I get the feeling the word advice is not meant to be there, but that's fine. Information included in advice legends. I guess this is the advice legends panel. This should just say legends panel. Anyway, includes space cost maintenance, active effects, and legend quality. Open this. So you can then see the characters, and these are your choices for legend protagonist. Starting the legend will trigger a legend chronicle from which you can increase the legend quality or complete the legend. I understand. So the one that we wanted to do, not the Battle of Uppsala. Which one was it? It was... Now I was struggling to find the one that we saw originally. A new High King, maybe? Can we see what happens if these succeed? No, we wanted the one that gave us a culture thing, but maybe that's no longer an option. I'm just double checking what we have available. So it wasn't that one. Conquest of Bjarmaland, it wasn't that one. Battle of Uppsala also was not that one. Consolidation of the Finno-Ugric, so it wasn't that one either. So the one that was giving us access to a culture must no longer be available to us? I would assume so. Yeah, I would assume so. Interesting. Okay. Why? Oh, I was going to say, why are they kind of pixelated? But I guess they're all kind of pixelated and grayed out. I guess maybe that's... It must just be for dead people. They're... I don't know. It's kind of weird that they're all like looking like that, but okay. What are we going to do here then? Well, what bonuses do these give us then? So what do we get when we finish these? So, gain access to evangelize the realm decision, immediately converting vast swathes of your realm to your faith. Interesting. Gain access to the reassert holy mission decision, granting you one additional use of a major holy casus belli. Gain access to legendary shrine option in the clear grounds for legendary building decision. Okay. Gain access to commission legend artifact decision, allowing you to commission a chronicle to commemorate your legend. Okay, and that's at the max level. Obviously, lower levels give you less stuff. New High King. So launch legendary adventure allows you to abandon your realm and start new life in a distant kingdom. I don't think we need to do that. Although, what could be I was just thinking what could be fun, maybe on a different playthrough, is just continually launch legendary adventures, jumping around the map and setting Scandinavian elective wherever you go, and then jumping back to the main one, like getting yourself re-elected each time. Gain access to demand local submission decision, allowing you to subjugate any nearby realm, and then clear grounds. Okay. For a legendary statue. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. This is the same thing as the first one. Oh, okay. So we've got mostly same-ish things right now. What buffs do they give? So it would be the owner and the barony holder. So popular opinion is nice, but it would apply to our vassals as well. So actually, it's less okay. It's less good than you would want. Although all of these give popular opinion, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. So it's just, do you want control growth or station men at arms damage? Followed by owner, so that gets us diplomacy or per level of fame. But that's devotion and that's level of fame. Okay, so these are very similar right now. Maybe we'll take Guardian of the Holy Site. Holding a sacred site for Ukonusko is a mark of holiness itself. Or do we take a New High King? I suppose New High King does apply to us specifically. Yeah, maybe we'll be the we'll take the New High King option. We'll try and go for legendary statue. Yeah, we don't really need to do a legendary adventure, but yeah, let's go with us. You cannot complete or abandon the legend for 5 years. Okay. Let's start. A new High King. The legend of High King Friarikr of Garthariki is as great and as large as the world, for his deeds are unparalleled. Long before the austere family came to be stewards of the High Kingdom of Garthariki, High King Friarikr of Garthariki was gifted with a vision from the gods. From that moment he knew he was born to rule. The lands which would come to comprise the High Kingdom of Garthariki were pressed under the thumb of the terrible servants of Paholainen. But with his great armies, High King Friarikr of Garthariki freed village after city. The people took up arms and overthrew their evil rulers in service to Friarikr, prepared to die for their rightful ruler. Ukko denied them their sacrifice, for he granted them divine protection. No blade could touch the growing armies of Friarikr as he freed the people from the High King of Garthariki. However, that was not the end of the tale, for when Friarikr made his way home, he helped those in danger and avenged their affronts. Bandits, beasts, and evildoers could not hide from the fury of his blade. The bickering of dukes and nameless petty nobles at last came to an end as High King Friarikr of Garthariki brought all of them to heel to pledge their fealty in perpetuity to him. As High Kingdom of Garthariki was born anew, the shape of the world was forever changed. So, we can't complete it for at least 5 years. Okay. When can we increase quality? It must spread to 100 baronies. Currently it's in 1. Okay. Sure. That's fine. So now I can try and spread it a little bit. So, increase legend spread chance for a bunch of money. Commend legend abroad. My court chronicler will actively commend legend abroad task. Every year one of your vassals or neighboring rulers may make the legend their promoted legend. Sure, let's do that. Let's try and spread it throughout people and we'll see where things go. I did notice, do we not have any legends? So we still have, so we have the new High King one here. But I think we used to have old legends over here. I think they've worn out. Yeah, we used to have the Lothbrok legends, didn't we? But are those no longer valid? The screen is completely changed. Oh, right, no, never mind. It just moved everything down. Now we have our own legend. So, if I have a look here. So, if they're completed... so legends do end? I'm wondering whether once a legend ends, whether it can wear off? Or is it just not on the list? Interesting. So, that legend that used to be over here about the Sons of Lothbrok no longer appears on the list of completed legends. So I'm wondering whether there was something that changed in one of the patches and it got rid of it. I'm assuming it's not, or it's not in the top part, right? No. Interesting. So I wonder what changed. Anyway, that's fine. Right. Well, now we have a legend. Cool. We have other things to do. We are also hiding from this disease that's about to hit, so ready for that. We could hold court. Let's do that first, while we have resources. Laughs requested. In a moment of silence, I see Jarl Ear stretching before realizing it's her turn to speak. My liege, she says, giving her some precious time to finalize her thoughts before continuing. Smiles and laughter are a great indicator of a lively court. Thus, I have a suggestion for someone who would make a great jester to entertain us, who could come to visit. My liege, if I may, a jester will... High Chiefess Nasty speaks up from the sidelines. A jester will ruin the sophisticated air of this court and replace its refinements with crude infantile humor. So we can appoint the person who came up with the idea as our fool. We can appoint High Chiefess Nasty as our fool. It's not a peasant's market. A jester has no place in this court. Or perhaps I'll look into it. Well, I don't really want to make these people hate me a lot, so I guess I'll take a -20 with her. Services rendered. You would like some land. My impressive son-in-law Ketu would like some land. This is Driffa's husband. Okay. You could duel Jarl Ulfrider for Angerman land. Well, how about we could just duel for land. Let's see how this goes. Jarl Ulfrider won the duel, so you stay in my court. Perfect, that's what I wanted to happen. Child of the court. High King, the girl has been at your court with no one to watch over her since the disappearance of her dear mama. This is your child. Again, this is an event that's, I think, has been broken for patches, at least in terms of how it's described. It's like, after the disappearance of her mother standing right here. Does she not already have people educating her? Yeah, she already has a guardian. Like, I don't want to... She already has a guardian. I'm just going to say no. I already did the work. I think it's just a broken event. Our son needs somebody to marry. Okay, he's one-eyed. Let's find him someone to marry. How about a giant? We find you a giant to marry. Yes, although there aren't that many. How about this person right here? Wonderful. I mean, any children will also be giants. That's what we like to see. Don't zoom out that much. There we go. Awesome. Right. Now we've done that, we're going to use our money and prestige for things that money and prestige can be used for, such as actually buying buildings and upgrading buildings. I know it's an odd idea, but these use money and prestige. So let's just straight up upgrade a bunch of things that we have. I actually don't have enough to upgrade you. Can I get you a... Can I upgrade one of these buildings? Yeah, okay. Let's upgrade war camps. And then Sustal. Let's get you... well, there's nothing to get you because I'm out of money, but there you go. It's good use of our prestige, and it has been suggested that we alter our culture, and I'm more inclined to do that now that we don't have the legend that spawns a new culture. So let's alter our culture right now and see if we've got anything I want to put in here. So, Martial we could change, however performative honor is still quite useful. We could change from Bellicose if we want to. I don't have enough prestige to do that. Okay, to replace our ethos. Do I have to diverge if I want to change, if I want to add a new tradition? No, I'm just on max traditions. Okay. I'm still okay having malleable invaders, because we probably want to hybridize our culture at some point anyway. I'm just seeing if there's anything we could ditch. There really isn't. Like, we could ditch Poet, I suppose. We get rid of Runestones. Guardians of this culture being more effective, though, is quite useful right now. I like Scandinavian Elective. Coastal Warriors? Yeah, I like that. You know what? There's nothing I want to get rid of, so actually, I'm not going to do that. Okay. It's fine. That's all okay. I think we're good to let time move on a little bit here. Malingering scent. In times like these, it's best to be wary of any strange smells. This one, however, emanates from the corner of the market square and is positively fragrant. Get your sachets here, only the finest and best herbs used. Only the best, my lord, keep you right safe from camp fever, it will. So you can try and buy one of these. One couldn't hurt, or these won't save a soul. Let's say these won't save a soul. That's fine. You know what we should also do? We should sort out our court. Let's double check that our court is where we want it to be. So let's do courtiers first of all. Oh, yeah, do it the correct way. So court positions. Make sure we have all of... Well, let's go for ones that we have. Everyone excellent or good. The average executioner, that's the best we can get. Court chronicler. Best we got is average. Yeah, we're not getting anyone fantastic. All we have is learning skill in here. I'm just seeing if anyone had like a positive that isn't learning skill. No, learning and diplomacy. Interesting. So we'll think about on that for a bit. Antiquarians. Yeah, I don't really need one. We get a caravan master, but that only really matters if we're going somewhere. So we can do that at the time we go somewhere. We do have somebody who would be a good food taster. That'd be Refer here. You will lose weight more quickly. Well, we are obese right now, so maybe I'll put in Refer. That's fine. Master of the Hunt. We don't really need Court Architect. For building construction time could be good now that we're building. Let's put in Signy for now. That's fine, just putting in someone younger. That was basically my entire plan. Don't need a High Alm Owner, don't need a Seneschal, don't need a Cupbearer. Don't need a Court Jester, don't need a Musician. Unless we have a good one. Nope. Okay, cool. Need a Guardian for our grandson. Grandson is doing a learning education. There is a Guardian for you. Wonderful. Now we've done that, now we can go in our courtiers list and see who we've got who is unmarried. One person. You. You are not good enough to stay at my court. I will marry you off. Although first of all, convert to my religion. Right. And then... be gone. You're going to marry this guy. I actually had it set to only giants, but that's fine. Go marry a giant. Okay, and then there's basically nobody on our list. So now we're looking at all. Everyone have a job or is married? Yeah, I think everyone has a job or is married to somebody with a job. So therefore, they all get to stay. Yeah, okay. That's fine then. Oster we also have checked before, but let's double check that. So Claim Knight, Champion, 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 Grandson with no purpose. Oh, he was the one we potentially think could be an heir at one point. Okay. Driffa, our current heir. Champion daughter. Married to a champion. Okay. Nephew. Married to some random. I mean, you could probably leave my court. You don't really have anything going on. She really doesn't have anything going on. She's not even in my court. You? Oh, wait a second. This would also dismiss him because it would dismiss his child. Okay. Well, you get to stay. And then daughter and Acclaimed Knight. Wonderful. We should maybe hold a tournament or something. Well, we can train for a tournament. Wait, can I go to a tournament? Let's have a look here. We increased our prowess. Wait, if I go to a tournament, could I even... I will not arrive in time. I was just thinking, can I even compete in a tournament? Because I think we're being infirm probably means you can't compete. Yeah. How much would it cost to do a tournament? 400 odd, huh? We don't quite have enough. Yeah, we'll hold off on that one then. That's fine. Right. Chill. Hey, this person's now promoting my legend. That's what we like to see. How? Is there a map? There is a map mode for legends, right? What's the hotkey? Control L. Alright, not the easiest combination to hit in the world. That's fine. So there's our legend, the new High King. And it's basically nowhere else. Okay. That's fine. What's that? Pilgrimage, Grand Tournament. Yeah, we still don't have quite enough money to do what we want to do there. That's fine. Okay. Chill out. Let a few things build. Factions are disbanding. That's what we love to see. We do have a few people who still hate us. Do you still hate us for any particular reason? Can I do anything about that? You're unhappy I converted people. That's going to be difficult for us to deal with. And you're of another faith. Yeah. When can I convert you? Oh, now. I see. Let me send you a gift. And that should make the conversion pretty much guaranteed. 89%. Right. So she feels a lot better about doing that now. And she might stop being a minority. Yes, she stopped being minority and then jumped up the list, didn't she? No, she's still minority. Surely that should change, because minority should be... if the faith and culture is marginalized, but you're the same. So I reckon that's going to recalculate at some point. You've changed your court language. You now speak Greek. Speak Greek? Huh. Alright then. Neighbors are losing battles. That's fine. Here, nothing we need to do. Can I do anything with my legend? I just want to have a look, see if there's anything. So increase quality. What do I need to do? Spread to 100 baronies. Yeah, okay. So it just needs to keep spreading, and there's not really a lot I can do apart from switching it to legend spread chance plus 20%. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine then. Child of my dynasty, Freydis is... yeah, sorry. Child of my dynasty has been born to Freydis. I have a grandson, Nupa. Close to the end. So this is the event I was talking about. This means we will die within 1 year from this point, right? So, in fact, we will die exactly 1 year from this point. That's why know thyself is a dangerous trait to take, because it will kill you. There's no, like, you know, maybe I die, maybe I don't die. You will 100% die. So, we're just going to have to take that. Yeah, what's happening with succession? So, on succession, Garthariki goes to Driffa, as does the kingdom. Estonia goes to Driffa. This Jarldom goes to Driffa. Holmgarthar also goes to Driffa. Great. What other successions were there? So she loses Lapland, and everything else we don't directly control right now. Yeah. So literally all that's going to happen is this kingdom up here is going to stop being ours. And we'll become Driffa. Okay, I'm fine with that. Well, there's not a lot of reason to do anything except just leave the game unpaused for a little bit. Oh, this guy disappeared without a trace, which I believe means he may have been murdered. I'm not sure. There may be other events that would deal with that there. Oh, who was he previously married to? Previously married to this person. Let's find you somebody who is quick. There we go. Anyone of high learning and diplomacy? There you go. You've got high learning and diplomacy. Let's get that person into our court. Then we need a new spy master. That can be this person who likes us and needed a spot on the council. Yeah, there's still some disease around, unfortunately. Need a new guardian for Bodil. Bodil is doing one of these. Bodil is going to be educated by our architect, who is not my religion. Okay. We should really do a, if they're not my religion, then convert them check at some point. We could do that now, actually. That's probably a good thing to do before we run into problems. Yes, let's go all, and then we're just looking for not my religion. So, yeah. And then we're just going to go down the list and do this. Why are we doing it now? Well, because if I do it now, then we're using our characters' stuff, like all the opinion and stuff here. Well, if we wait until succession, it's going to use the next character stuff, which is going to be worse. So we might as well take an attempt at converting everybody now. And even if it doesn't work, it's still going to be better than it would be later. Right, demand conversion. You already demanded. Wait. If he converts, he loses the trait bastard and gains wild oak. Oh, because there are no bastards in our religion. Oh, that's interesting. So we could, in theory, mess up succession for foreign lands quite badly. In fact, wait a second. That opens up some really interesting questions. If somebody has a bastard, right, who could be the heir, like the first child as a bastard, if we bring them to our court and we convert them to our religion, they are no longer a bastard, right? That thing is gone from them. So they would be in line to succession back in their original court. So it might let us do marriages that we normally wouldn't be able to do because they're more willing to marry off a bastard. That's interesting. Okay, there's potential there. See, a bunch of people are saying no. Why anyone would want to marry that miserable swain is beyond them, but I wish them well. Wow, such a rude message. Is our court chronicler now the best? Show tasks with position. Doesn't do anything because it doesn't filter active ones. No, I was hoping that new guy I got was going to be good, but he's not as good as the people we already had. Oh well. Son has learned Finnic. That's nice. Go on a pilgrimage. I think that's a little bit of a doomed adventure or a doomed venture. Hey, more people joined. So we have Jarl Ir, the fair is joined, as has Jarl Jorin. Okay. So let me go to the Legends map mode. Hey, there we go. We're getting a little bit of spread here. Now, because it's baronies, we're actually spreading quite slow. Although although it's not individual holdings, it doesn't have to be like let me try this point again. Although it doesn't have to be like individual chiefdoms like this, right? It doesn't have to be the whole thing. It is baronies, so it counts the lower parts here. The problem is, right now, as tribal, we can't actually build any additional holdings, so it's not actually going to speed up the legend promoting that quickly. While later game, when we have a ton of like little buildings, the legends will spread much more quickly and will solidify in a much smaller area because we have more people in that one area, because we have more holdings in that area. So the number of baronies will go up. I think, because I think baronies are the lower level titles, is what it's talking about here. So not the not like all four of those. It's just talking about one. So in theory, later game it's worth more. It's easier to get your legends to be a higher level because you have more land which has more baronies in it. But yeah, interesting. My grandson can marry this person. That seems good. I think I set that one up, so we'll send it through. Nice. He looks very unhappy. You want to convert? Hey, more people are converting. We converted someone and then learned that they're not my faith within about 2 seconds. Alright. You won't convert. You never got asked. Okay. He refused on a 13%. Well, alright then. Hey, we converted some more faith. You love to see it. Let's continue taking this faith out of our realm. That's fine. The rest of this should be converting fairly quickly. Yeah. Okay, it's good. Right. October. November. We only have like 5 months left on this character, so it's been a good run, Free Ricker. Now we get to find out what happens if a legend dies halfway through. Yeah, if a legend dies halfway through. The legend spreads. My courtier, Feodora, greets me at court this morning, eager with news on the tip of his tongue. My High King, I believe that Chieftain Spadana of Kitka is almost convinced of the veracity of a new High King. He is aware of the tale and seems completely enraptured by it, but is unconvinced of the truth behind it. Perhaps he could be convinced. Maybe bending the truth would make him a believer, or he can believe what he likes. I will persuade him. He has started promoting it. Nice. That's just another random person near us. Okay, that's good. Bunch of people promoting it. Need a guardian for Toki. Toki can do that one. There we go. Wonderful. Worthy. Oh, legend promoters are leaving. What? Okay. Alright. Daughter fell ill as well. So Worthy was the first event we had, so we'll do that. Singers occupy the wooden dais, filling the night with music. As I take a sip of my wine, I close my eyes and allow myself a moment of rest. And now, all listen, a new High King. The clamour of my courtiers fills the room. Sounds of cutlery banging on the table and raucous laughter. A doubtful thought haunts me among the admiration of the court. Am I worthy? I would say I am not, or I think I am. I'll be worthy. I'll take the stress hit. A tearful petition. Ah, the light shines so pleasantly on the throne room this morning, my lord. My courtier Theodora says, walking around the room. You're my chronicler? Yeah. It sure reminds me of the day fate decided to start your legend. Do you remember how benevolent you were, attending that peasant's desperate pleas? He says with an eloquent wink. And say, yes, when we change a chapter. Well, why would I add that? We don't need to change it. But that's interesting. You change the legend as you go on. Okay. Speed it up. A real hero. The water rises from the depths of the spring. Small bubbles break upon the surface. I look down into the blue and see my own reflection. A shadow of doubt behind my eyes. I try to push it back. High King Fruriker. I turn around to see High Chieftain Hakist Yan standing right next to me. Please tell me of your legend. I've travelled day and nights to hear it. You're currently imprisoned somewhere else. You didn't do anything of the sort. Then say, join me. Rorothdolfer might be persuaded a complete opposite, so we could get Denmark to do it. Or we can get a confident hero. Let's get Denmark to start promoting my legend. That seems good. We have a lot more people promoting my legend, including somebody who had recently dropped out. So Denmark doing it means that they're probably going to switch from Battle of Kentilana to R1, hopefully. How's the disease looking, by the way? What's disease map mode? Control E. There is no disease. Oh, well, I can probably, like, open the doors, right? We're already not in seclusion. Yup. We're already not in seclusion. Okay. I don't know why my daughter isn't marrying automatically. I guess maybe there's nobody that she would automatically marry. I don't know. Why don't you marry this person to help you with your stewardship, and he will then, in turn, provide us with more money. That seems good. Right. Our realm will lose land if Dan dies. Why? Who's going to inherit it? This guy is, and he's in Denmark. Alright. Succession, how are we looking? We're inheriting absolutely everything right now, including Lapland. Oh, that's nice. That's fine. Marriage has been confirmed. And not quite. Our daughter and heir has given birth to a daughter. Okay. And we're dead. High King Fruriker of Garthariki has crossed the door to the world of spirits at 76 years of age. He died of heart failure. A zealous man, he fought for the glory of Ukko against the heathens in one of the greatest holy wars of recent history. High Queen Driffa ascends to the throne. Being a talented military tactician, many expect her to lead the realm to many victories on the field of battle. So he died of heart failure. That's what did him in the end. He founded a faith, was the cultural head, was dreaded, a legendary figure, a religious icon, finished whole of body, was in the stewardship lifestyle, fought in 27 wars, 5 offensive, 21 defensive, 1 offensive Great Holy War. You would have thought there would be more offensive wars in there, but I guess not. I guess we were joining a lot of ally wars, and then 2 pilgrimages. And now we're Driffa, who's the cultural head, distinguished and dutiful. She inherited everything, and that's it. We are now Driffa. Now, we need to choose our next heir. First thing to do. Where is this dude? How much do you have in your first stat now? Because you're my nephew, so you're close enough. 15. So we're looking for 15 in here. So you would be the perfect heir right now. I don't know if you're going to be my heir long term, because in theory we should live about as long as you do, if not longer. But if we die immediately, you would be a great heir. And I think people will vote for you. Looking for 15. There he is again. Okay. And now we're done. We've done the whole lot of them. Right. Next step. Council positions. You hate me. Why? I'm hostile to you. Did you convert? No. Alright. Let's start with Spy Master. Let's try and find somebody who will like us. You will actually like us reasonably when you're my Spy Master. Yeah, let's put you in here. That seems good. Chancellor, we don't have a great option who is a powerful vassal. So let's put in my Court Chronicler for now. Steward, 14 is worse than 20, but I think you'll be fine. And you like us. Marshal. We don't necessarily need the best marshal in the world. Let's go for her right now. And we'll see how that goes. We're after opinion more than anything else. We have the Norse Warhammer here. We could potentially destroy it if we don't need it, though. Court should be the same, because we didn't come with any things. We didn't already have a court. Okay. We have 4 perks in Marshal. So we have Serve the Crown for control growth, Control Territory, Fort Level and Plague Resistance, Increase control in county progress. So you could potentially go down this way. Hard rule would be really useful. Would make factions less common, which is great for succession. Yeah, and then we could move our way down to absolute control overseer and then maybe pivot from there. Maybe. We're also young enough where the attraction opinion might matter. Yeah, let's go down here. Let's take some attraction opinion as well. And let's go with that. We need a wet nurse for our children. We have somebody who is good. Again, all we know is basically that health things matter on here. So let's go with the youngest person because their health will be best for the longest amount of time. In fact, it's about to go up because, or their prowess is about to go up because they'll have a child because they are currently pregnant. So that seems fantastic. We'll go with them. We can make you into a shield maiden. My mother. Alright. She's got 32 prowess. My god. Okay. Everything else looking fine? That looks fine. Could inherit a legend. Ah, so is there inheriting an option? Yes, so you can choose to start owning it. Okay, I will start owning that legend. That seems good. Raise runestone, so that would be an ancestral runestone, which would give popular opinion. Not bad. We need a lot of money for it. How much does it cost? 80? All direct vassals that use runestones will gain opinion, which is everyone who is my culture. Yeah, let's do that. I'll speak of our father. I guess I'll put it in Ocel. Sure. That seems fine. Can enter seclusion. Is there a disease? There's Freeriker's pox, which started on the day he died. Wow. Alright. Well, seems a little bit rude. Anyway. I'll hold our court, but let's just wait a little bit. Wait for everything to settle down. The new High Queen. With the passing of my father, High King Freeriker, the responsibility to lead the vast High Kingdom now falls on my shoulders. I stand before my vassals, adjust my new crown, and run a hand through my hair. Oh, the things I will accomplish. Our sister got mad, so we lost some stress. That's good. What are you what are you good at, High King Ketu? Good at a variety of things. But mostly martial. Okay. I think we're fine leaving you on assist ruler then, which gets us a reasonably okay list of things. We are almost to the point where we could hold 2 more holdings. But we don't even have 1, so let's hold off on that for now. Right. We should do a funeral. That's going to cost a lot. Is there like a cheap funeral? Why is this a better place? It's a holy site. Ah, so we could also hold it in Ocel. It would be fine here, but yeah, let's hold it over there. Let's put in a caravan master. I'm going to make that this excellent guy who doesn't hate me. That seems good. It's made it a lot less dangerous. The deceased will be my father, although I do love how we've got a collection. I didn't know that he died. Oh, alright. Well, it's going to be our father. It's going to be humble ceremony. We don't have the money. Yeah, we need a little bit more even to do a humble ceremony. Okay. So we need another 15. You know what we could do? I don't need this Warhammer. There we go. It cleaned up our inventory and it allows us to do the funeral. Right, we'll hold it in Osel. We'll go down to something we can afford. It'll be our father. The goal will be to mourn. Critical time for demonstrating piety. Okay. That seems fine. There anything else I want to do as I go over here? Not really. We could head back via here, potentially. Yeah, let's customize the route back and say that after we go here, we're going to go to Osel. And then we'll come back that way. And then these are dangerous because of county control, forests, taiga. Yeah, so we could, in theory, get the forest guide. And that makes it a lot less dangerous. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Shadow of Fame Twilight. Do we want to be like our father? So it gives us more prestige gain, but we also gain more stress. Or Dusk, we lose stress. As in, we would lose more stress and we won't gain as much, but we don't gain as much prestige. Let's gain the prestige. That's fine. There's an independence faction against us. Well, that's fair enough. It's not strong enough to do anything right now. A strange figure. We stop for a break on the road. My entourage surrounds a clearing, hurrying around watching for bandits and gathering supplies, leaving me to myself for just a moment. The wind blows out my crackling campfire like a match would to my breath. I feel something behind me and I turn to see a stranger has found his way into my camp. He grins nonchalantly as if he has always been there. What a lucky day it is to happen upon the legend herself, High Queen Driffa of Garthariki. Prove yourself a legend, Scullion. So your battle will be legendary. The discount towards upgrading your legend will increase if you win the duel. Or guards. I can't see him. Who am I dueling? It doesn't tell me. I just have to be like, I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. This isn't a real person. Our battle will be legendary. So we're against this guy. 21 versus 37. So we should win. So on this one, we're going to go for medium-low. Medium chance of success, low chance of injury. Form was good. His is formidable. Aha! We can do a Shield Maiden exclusive one. High chance of success, 0 chance of injury. He tried very high chance of success, high chance of injury last time. We won. Wow. That was so quick. We just absolutely destroyed him, and we got points in Aspiring Blade Master for that. Okay. My entourage returns at night as I emerge victorious over my mysterious opponent. His weapon falls to the ground and he looks up at me stunned. I call to my entourage, but when I look back at my feet, he has disappeared, as though he was never there at all. Okay, so how much does it cost to upgrade it now? Less, but it does involve us having 100 baronies still, so that's fine. Gained a rival. There's a feud between us. Okay. That is the Latgalian Vidalist Populist who will be rising up in 12 months. Okay. Freericker's pox is everywhere. My god, how quickly is it spread? Oh, is it where we are right now? Lovely. A duel demanded. You would like to duel me for the privilege of you joining my court. I don't want you to join my court. I will ignore you. Okay. Blood on the door. Red is the only color present in Lehula. Coughing, the only sound. We encourage our mounts to keep going, but I can see Eugenia looking pale, her lips so tight that they've lost all blood flow. Help! One of the bodies we've mistaken for corpses moves slowly, painfully, his body riddled by scars and rashes. Turn a blind eye to this. Or I cannot turn a blind eye to this. Eugenia may assist, but then she might get smallpox. Okay. Or we have no time for this. Eugenia, you may assist. Okay. Negotiate alliance. Solanus would like an alliance with us. Alright. That's fine. Arrival. Okay. Time for the funeral. 4 months till it begins. Is everybody here? Bunch of people still traveling. Okay. There is no event, despite it saying there'd be an event. 3 months till it begins. It's spreading. Oh no. We're gonna die of smallpox. Okay. More legend promoters are joining. How's our legend looking? It's spreading. It's not, like, you know, as much as it could, but it's spreading. 8 remaining, 7 remaining, 4 remaining, 3 remaining. We're getting there. Level of dedication to our faith just went up to faithful. Gets an Ukonusko opinion. Nice. We have too few concubines. I just realized that we needed some. Okay, we'll get some in a bit. We're engaged in honor the dead, so we got a hook on somebody. Gift artifact. You would like to give me the iridescent stone? Sure. Why? Someone was asking why vassals give us things. Basically, they're trying to gain opinion with us, right? The same way that they would with an AI character. It just does the same logic here. And the same thing that we would do with an AI character. If we don't like them, they will try and give us stuff to increase our opinion of them so that we don't do things to them, basically. It's a little less effective for them than it is for us, because obviously we as the player get to decide our opinion of them, but anyway, that's why they do it. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been desired more than our departed High King Fruriker of Garthariki. With its crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination, I am at last left with a moment of solace between myself and my father. And get unrelenting devotion for 15 years? No, I'll just allow ourselves a moment of grief. Okay. The sorrowful line marches on, the last to have a moment of High King Fruriker of Garthariki. A last whisper, a last long goodbye, a last nothing at the last place anyone will ever see him again. Truly a privilege it is to be here. So these are the same events we had last time. So we can try and get legitimacy or speak of his virtues. I'll speak of his virtues for opinion. Doxy Scallion hag, you dare call yourself High Queen? My sister hurls herself towards me. High King Fruriker of Garthariki had designed for me to rule in his place. No, he didn't. He did not. I can say get out, or I don't care. I'm going to say I don't care. One of the greats. Before me, a feasting table stocked with all manners of food and drink, as if High King Fruriker of Garthariki were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before departing. High Chief Dynastic of Gemma Joka has so far refused to lay a finger on this banquet, however, swirling her goblet around in idle solace. Her middle-distance stare falls wearily upon me, and with a quiet nod, she raises her drink high. To High King Fruriker of Garthariki, truly one of the greats. We can do a prayer, which gets us piety and stress loss. We can get some opinion, or we can try and get some legitimacy. Let's do the prayer. We need to lose a little bit of stress. Offerings of libations. So this is the have a drink events. This is all the same stuff we had last time. Also, our nephew has just been imprisoned. He is underneath Bajarmaland. Okay. That's fine. So I can remember him in my own way. Round of drinks for all. I don't really have the money for that. Or I will just gain the legitimacy. Let's gain legitimacy. Although our legitimacy is already max, so we didn't really need that. I remember him. The memories are too painful. We'll get piety and lose prestige. Lose stress. These are all the same events we had last time. These are the exact same events. So this is fine. So we can try and get a friendship with Fruriker, my nephew. Or quietly nod. I'll quietly nod. Really, the new event will be the final one where we do the sky burial. Our neighbor has won a war. Okay, it's a subjugation war, but it's not any of our vassals, so I don't need to worry. Right. Lost more stress. And now, my hook has been replaced with a favor hook. Okay. All eyes fall upon Ulfhildr as she falls to the ground in lamentation, her hands coating her reddened eyes from view. Ulfhildr's sorrowful grasps and chokes have left her fellow mourners breathless, and many offer her comfort and reverence as if it was her who were being committed to the thereafter. We will offer comfort and get some opinion here. And now, from dust to dust. Fruriker's body has been carried to the highest point in Arensborg a procession of mourners. Just before the summit, the body is left exclusively for you to take the final leg of the journey. To see him surrounded by so many mourners and given a proper Ukanusko burial gives me hope that I too will be remembered this fondly as High Queen. The ceremonial incisions are made to assist the scavenging birds in accessing the flesh, and the ceremony is complete for now. All that remains is to return in a few days for the bones. Okay, well, we lose more stress, we gain more piety, and that is the end of the funeral. At least our stress is now pretty much nothing. Right, let's head back. Oh, pay respects, host a funeral for your legend protagonist. Of course it is F. My sister is my new player heir. Interesting. My High Queen, I believe that High Chieftain Mellet of that land is almost convinced of the veracity of your tale. We will persuade him that it is true. And we have. Wonderful. Yes, why is my player heir this person? Why is it Freydis? Why are people voting for Freydis? So that would be for the High Kingdom. Sort by vote score. Freydis is winning because I guess I should go in here. Culture, dynasty, soldier, claim, prowess, prestigious. I guess this guy doesn't have a claim. He is the culture. It's a warrior of great prowess, but she is a soldier, which is more. He doesn't have a claim, I think, is the problem. And then I like her one. Okay. Let's have a look at vote score. So it's Skuldvor, Freydis, Ear, and then my nephew. And I think we're the only people voting for my nephew. Yeah, so we can choose out of basically these three who we want our heir to be. I'm going to vote for Freydis then, because I think she's the best of the three. So all votes changing to Freydis. Where are we? Where's Freydis? I need to go back to her here. She has 22 martial. That's how we're going to find Freydis. 22. 22. 22. Doesn't mean she's going to win everything, but, you know, if she's going to be our player heir, we may as well vote for her for everything. So currently she'd only lose Lapland, which is okay. And that might even change. Ah, we are pregnant. Okay, cool. We're heading through some more diseased lands. Weird whispers. I'd be a way better High Queen than her, says this random person. Okay. We will win a prowess challenge against you and banish you in this horrible land. My nephew of Bijarma land is creating a faction to install Skjaldvor on the throne. Okay, like, just be that way then. Why do you hate me? You want to be on the council? You got 22 diplomacy. Of course you want to be on the council. But you're only 16. You weren't eligible when I first made the council. There you go. Stop being mad. That's fine. Do we have anybody else who can be on the council? You as well? Let's put Er in the council. Anyone else? Yeah, you don't really have a position on the council, but maybe that will help us. We have a couple of powerful vassals now in the council. They got rid of the faction. Okay. We don't want to go over an ant hill or an ant path, so we will ignore. Yeah, so we'll. Our vassal didn't want to go over an ant path, so we delayed our journey. My brain will catch up with my mouth eventually. If I could bother you a moment, it would be a huge boon to us if you could commit some more details to a new High King. The grander the better. He looks at me expectantly. A few seeds of conspiracy begin to sprout in my mind. Going over the existing tale in a more flamboyant detail surely wouldn't hurt, but substituting the part of the tale for another entirely has its own merits. We can give it a once over. You know, it's often misquoted and it changes a chapter, or perhaps it's best to let the story grow naturally. Gives it legend spread chance. Let's let it grow naturally. We want the spread chance, right? How many is it spread to right now? 16. Yeah, it's not really spread that far, has it? Oh well. Language barrier, we can try and progress. we interpreted East Slavic despite not speaking it. Common people. Lord and lady alike are certain such tales sets out their undeniable right to rule. If you wander into a local tavern, it'll be rife with those who say it is dedicated to the common small folk of the land and their honest, industrious ways. Since it's a noble's tale, we get nobles noted, prestige per legitimacy level, or which is just something that you get for a new High King. It's about the small folk, gets you control growth, or it's about Fruriker, no one else. It's about Fruriker. We've arrived back. Shadow over Osel. While numbers remain low, more and more of the population are beginning to demonstrate the symptoms of Swedish boils, which is a different thing. We have measles also here. So you can keep an eye out, or we can send our physician. Physician? Give us options. Also here, let's take this one that makes factions need to have a higher amount to fire. This one might still fire, but we'll see. What do you want us to do here? Plague does not appear to be too severe. Soft option. Okay, that's fine. Bad air over Finland. The Swedish boils has devastated the people of Finland. My court physician informs me that local trade in produce is completely dried up as the people wallow in their homes and streets awaiting Tuoni's call. He blames the plague on the bad air surrounding the dead and dying and proposes that countering it with vast fields of lilies would do much to dispel the bad air and slow the spread of the disease. We're cynical, so we don't want to do that. Or it's a waste of gold, so we get rampant miasma. Abundant flora gives us popular opinion. I'll take the hit. That's fine. It was a success. We got mild epidemic prevention. Our mother also just died of smallpox. We gained a stress level, which can make us athletic, which gives us prowess and a health boost. Alright, well, I'll take that then. Yeah. So we have even more prowess. You'll love to see it. Okay. We're no longer overwhelmed by stress. Diseases aren't really coming at us directly, which is fine. And we are just about to finish three buildings. I was just waiting on that happening. So we've now finished 3 buildings. Wonderful. So they're all going to give us slightly more than they used to. Good. A prisoner by the name of Scully has... Wait, did we have... We don't have any prisoners. A prisoner by the name of Scully has been brought before Sorkvir for violating the sumptuary law of the High Queen. He has been wearing all sorts of gaudy and unsightly fabrics and mismatched clothing. This is more than a mere crime against the High Queen. This is a crime against common decency. Sorkvir insists he is appalled with this sinner as any would be and asks you what should be done of this wretched individual. We can kill him, lock him up, or do with him what you will. We'll kill him. That makes Sorkvir like us. Okay, cool. And now, just want to check our succession. We'll inherit everything. Fantastic. Now, as a new High Queen, it is time for us to end the episode, and I guess next time we've got to find new purpose in life. We've got to find something that we want to do. Because we the legend's going to finish, but it's not going to be the legend we wanted. So I think we got to work out what we're doing next, just in general. I'll give it some thought. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.